We've previously talked about Radius as an authentication protocol, as a way of getting access to networks or dial in services. And Radius is really good at handling that authentication. There are some problems with Radius, however. We are looking at a packet capture of a Radius access request and acceptance process. Now, one of the problems with Radius is it doesn't do replay protection very well. And what I mean by replay protection is if I have a packet capture, as I do with this one, and you can see in the packet capture what we've got is an access request, and that goes from the client to the server. So we're going from 10.0.0.1 to 10.0.0.100. The access request goes from the client to the server, the Radius server. The Radius server then responds with an access challenge. And you can see there's an authenticator there. And then the client responds with another request with a different authenticator here. And then finally, we get the accept. Now, if there aren't capabilities inside the protocol to have timestamps, for example, and there are no timestamps anywhere in here, and there aren't any other ways of ensuring that nothing has changed within this particular set of messages, then what you end up with is the possibility of replaying this set of frames here. So I would take this set of frames and I could replay it to the network with some minor alterations. And then using that replay, I could actually get myself authenticated to the network. Now, there are a couple of ways of protecting yourself from this. First of all is to not use Radius, but Diameter instead. And if you'll remember, we talked about Diameter previously as the successor to Radius, because of course, Diameter is 2 times Radius. So we have Diameter as a possibility. You can also make sure that you are encrypting messages. So everything that you are doing is encrypted in some way. Radius doesn't encrypt its messages by default. So Diameter is a good option. Passing things over, for example, IPsec tunnels and that sort of thing is a good way of protecting yourself against things like replay attacks. So Radius is actually prone to a replay attack, and that may be a way for somebody to actually get on your network without actually doing any real authentication themselves.